are four signs you have a spiritual spouse, otherwise known as spiritual husband or spiritual wife, and how you can get rid of it. So this topic is so complex, but I will be touching some part of it. I've made a whole lectures on it. If you watch my previous video, the reason I said it's so complex is the causes in different persons are very different. So you can see someone experiencing the same problem, but the cause of it may be different. So don't say because I'm having nightmare, I'm seeing a man coming to me, means that your own is spiritual spouse. That's why I said the topic is so complex, but we'll be touching some part of it. But there are some signs you can be seeing that will tell you that okay, probably maybe you are having the spiritual spouse. So these signs may look similar to some other spiritual problems, but it is very common with people with spiritual spouse. When you're having a spiritual husband or spiritual wife, possibly you will be facing all these signs that I'm going to mention. But in case you are in that situation, I'm going to be giving out this powerful remedy to it that can help you solve it. But mind you, the truth about the matter is that the reason one spiritual work cannot solve, maybe stop spiritual spouse sometimes, because there are people, I know people that have tried different spiritual works, and they will say the spouse is coming back. It's because it's something that is like we can say is natural, because there's a confidence you made from heaven with all these spouse. It's something that you put your hand on, but you just didn't know. It is predestined. So that is why, because everyone has, that's a deep topic. I don't want to go there. I've made videos. You can go and watch my videos where I talked about spiritual spouse, how they come to affect someone's, and what makes it very hard, what makes it a really hard spiritual problem to solve. So there are different approaches to them, so you cannot base on one. But in case you are being tormented by them, this is one of the ways to get rid of them, to ease yourself, for them to let you achieve something in life. I've thought, but these signs may tell you that you are having a spiritual spouse. So, and there are two different types of that spiritual spouse, spiritual partners. They are silent spiritual partner, and they are loud or showy spiritual partner. What I mean by this, there are some spiritual, you may be having a spiritual spouse now, it may not be showing, just like okay, your friend is having the same issue, but the types of signs they will be seeing will be so different. Just like we in humans, we have different types of humans with different characters, different choice of what we like, different types of what we choose. You understand? So the fact that someone is having the spiritual spouse does not mean you will be seeing the same thing. You understand? So that is why the approaches may be different. Sometimes it may not be based on prayers alone. It may not be based on using soap or anything alone. Sometimes it may request professional handling. So you understand, it may require you going for conversation to find out what will be the types of your own spiritual spouse, or there are some generational cause, or there are some causes or something they call it that look similar like a spiritual spouse this thing. So but there are different causes. So without wasting much of our time, let's go to the first sign. So the common signs of having a spiritual spouse is copulating in dreams. It's having sexual intercourse with unknown person in the dreams. Maybe you will just find yourself sleeping and someone will be coming to come and sleep with you in your dreams, or someone is coming to have an affair with you. So that is one of the common things. Although this one is not only about having a spiritual spouse alone. If you are having some kind of attacks, yes, if it's a serious attack, it is very common that they will be drawing out goodness from you in the dream. You may see a woman sleeping with you. So, but it's very common with people with spiritual husband or spiritual wife, because just like we humans, the husband or the wife will ask for bedroom action. So that is very common. So if you are having that regularly, so one of the common things that will make you realize that maybe it is a spiritual spouse. If it is coming regularly, like okay, you just work on it, it comes back again, you just work on it, it comes back again. I've explained the reason why it is coming back in one of my videos, and go and watch it. So I said it that this is not a lecture, it's just the tips. We'll just be touching the point. So that's the first sign. So then the second sign is having delay and stagnation. So this is very common with people with a spiritual spouse. So having delay and stagnation, being stagnant at one spot. So there won't be any progress. Most especially if you have not appeased. Because I said it in one of my videos that sometimes you need to appease them, all this spiritual spouse. It's not like fighting them. Yeah, I know that may sound very funny to some people. They will say, why are we not fighting someone like this? Don't be deceived by, I'm not giving my lecture based on Western knowledge or any kind of religious knowledge. I'm based it on deep African spiritual knowledge. Okay, so they say if someone is telling you this way, you see it, fight your spiritual spouse. There are different spiritual spouses, so and different approaches to them. So because someone is praying and their spouse is not disturbing them, does not mean your own will not be getting worse if you try the same approach. So but we'll still get to the solution, the general solution you can do, and I believe it will help you. So that's the second one, being stagnant and staying in one place because the partner does not want you. There are some of these spiritual spouses that are very jealous, just like we humans. So they are jealous. I've talked about that in that video. Go and watch the lecture. I'll tag it with this video. So they are like humans that are jealous. They don't want you to move up. They don't want you to get that promotion because they know if you get, you may get a real life partner. So they will be blocking your relationship. So that's the stagnations and delay. Then the third one is failed relationship. So if you are having constant failed relationship, like there are some people now, they will meet a new person, and before you know it, the new person, there will not be even any fight or someone. They will just say they are not doing anymore. This is very common with people having spiritual spouse of eating, because the spiritual spouse sometimes can be a jealous type. Just like I said, there are the loud spiritual spouse and there are silent ones. So the silent one may not be affecting you. There are some that will wait for you to, maybe when you are getting your kid. That is not very common anyway. It's not very common with all these spiritual partners to allow you get into marriage, not to talk of getting kids. But there are some that will be affecting you in another way, and you will still be married, you get kids, but they will be affecting your businesses. So one of the common things is having failed relationship. If your relationship always fail, you don't know what is causing it. Your partner will just pick fight with you without offending them, without doing anything. You will just be wondering what is going on. We have failed relationship. So this is very common with people having a spiritual. That is the third one. Then the last one is here also about hatred, setbacks, and having some kind of dream. I will put all those things together because go and watch that lecture anyway. So that one is because they will put hatred on you. If you are facing constant hatred, it's very common, although there are different causes for hatred. If you are having a spiritual problem in your body that has stayed for a very long time and you are not taking care of it, you may be having hatred. It can turn into hatred. Most of you that maybe you are eating in the dream and you are not taking care of it, you are not getting it checked, it may result into hatred. There are some spiritual problems that will stay in your body for a very long time and will result into a very deep and serious hatred. Okay, so that is for it. So you may be experiencing hatred. If you are having this spouse, they will put in hatred in you, and you may be seeing yourself in the dream get married. So I've said it in one of my videos that there are some dreams that has meaning. So people just say it's just a dream. It's maybe because I'm single, I see myself married in the dreams. You see yourself giving birth in the dream, getting married in the dream. It is very common with people of this category, people with spiritual spouse. So we'll just be stopping there. Go and watch that lecture. So without wasting much of our time, let's go into the solution. So in case you are being tormented, or maybe they stop getting so much, this is one of the ways to create a barrier between you and that spiritual spouse. So to make that spiritual spouse hate you for that moment, because when you are not getting attractive to them, they are a barrier, they will not be coming to disturb you. Let me tell you one fact. No spiritualist will tell you. The fact that you create barrier does not mean they will go. That's the fact. they will, maybe you have permanently, it will still be there. It's like when you have married someone, even if you divorced, it will still be on your name that you have once married, but they may not be disturbing you because you have divorced. That is true. No one will be telling you. They will not be disturbing you again, right? If you take the right step and you work on yourself, they will not be disturbing you, right? But does not change the fact that you have it. So in fact, there's a way you can turn them to be working for you as an helper. So I will still be talking about that in the future. The way you can turn that your spiritual spouse into something that will be working for you spiritually, maybe for blessing. There are some of these spiritual spouses that are not really jealous. They want progress for their spouses. The only thing is they don't want them to get married. That's the only thing they hate in reality. They don't want them to get a real life partner, but they will be opening ways for them. That's why you will see a very beautiful lady will be doing very well, buying beautiful cars, doing very well in businesses, in financially, but they are not getting husband. Men will just be coming and be taking their money. The same thing with men. You will see a very handsome man having everything the man needs to have to get it, but women will just be collecting and be hitting his money, because the partner sometimes, just like I said, it's like human being, we are very different. So the partners will not be blocking their ways. They want them to be successful, but they're jealous when it comes to that. And there are some of them that will not be disturbing in any of this, but they will wait for maybe something, maybe in getting a child. You can even get married. So the thing is, the list is very long. That's why I said at the beginning of this video that this topic is very complex, and I need you to watch to the end. Now, what do you need to go and do? You may find this disgusting, but it's one of the ways you can put barrier between you and that spiritual spouse. What you need to go and get is a feces of chicken. Go and get what you call it. Go to the poultry and collect the waste product of chicken, the waste, their defecation, their feces, their waste product, their poo. So let's use that language. Go and get like a handful of it, a handful of chicken's poop or chicken's feces or whatever you call it. Go and get it. You can get the dried one. It does not really matter if it is dry or wet, but dried one will be useful. So we normally get, even if you can find local chicken, it will be better for this. Go and buy any types of black soaps. It can be native soap, but if you can't find any of these native soap, you can use any types of soap of your choice. Maybe white soap like Lux or Joy soap, any Premier soap, any soap of your choice, but white preferably. After getting the soaps and the what's it called, the chicken feces, you will now go and get and 3 eggs. White egg is recommended, white native egg, but if you can't find white native egg, you can still use any eggs. So now you go and get a charcoal, maybe that charcoal by maybe when you have burnt firewood, the charcoal you get from the fire, from where they are burnt, maybe from furnaces or anywhere that you can get some charcoal. You can even buy charcoal. Now you grind the charcoal. After grinding the charcoal, you will now break one of the eggs at night. So when you break one of the eggs, you will now put the charcoal inside. The charcoal that you have grinded, you put it into the egg and mix it together, just like maybe you are planning to cook it. Then you will now the chicken poops that you have collected, you will find a way to grind them and mix them with a soap. That's why I say you may find it disgusting, but that is it. Is what it is. Now you will mix it with a soap. After mixing it with the soap like that, the soap must be enough to be used for 3 days, because you have to use this repeatedly for 3 days. So after doing it like that, you will now, the egg and the charcoal that you have mixed, the grinded charcoal that you have mixed, you will rub it all over your body from your head to the toe. You will use that as cream. Yes, you may find that one disgusting as well, Well, that is your own. If you feel like this is too much, prayer is enough, go and do your prayer. I'm not fighting because of people that will be commenting to some kind of discouraging comments. So go and do anything that works for you. But this thing is not fetish, it's something natural. Go and get anything on your own. It's not like someone is doing it for you. And it's nothing like a repercussion, because there's always what is repercussion, what is it? No, no, no. This thing is just to create barrier. Now, you rub everything all over your body at night. At night, before you sleep, up from your head to your toe, you rub it all over your body. After rubbing it all over your body, you will now let it dry to your body. You will remove everything on you. Before rubbing it all over your body, you let it dry on you. You can stay somewhere until the thing has dried very well on you. Then the soap that you have mixed with the chicken poop, you go and take one quarter of it, because you have to use it for 3 days. Take some of the soap, put it on a new sponge, then go and use it to bath in the bedroom with warm water. With warm After you, sorry, the lights went off. After using it to bath with warm water for that day, you must dispose the sponge the following morning. So, and the following day you repeat the process. The third day you repeat the process, each time with different sponges. And you'll be disposing the sponges the following day. So that's how you will be doing that. It's just as simple as that. So you can see the light went off. So I will be ending the video very soon. So if there's any question you would like to ask regarding this, you can ask it under the comment section. But this is one of the ways to put barriers to get rid of spiritual spouse that is disturbances. So this is one of the ways to get rid of the spiritual spouses, the spiritual partners, from disturbing you, from tormenting you. And if you can put this into practice, I'm very sure you will come here for testimony if you are not an great. Uh, so you will come